Invite only's back. All right. Jesus Christ. We fucking. It's not.
What does it mean when
it's.
the intro's gotta
I'm not entirely sure. Is it good now?
Are
How
we
we
okay?
looking, Tombo? Okay.
Tombo's saying we're good.
Intro shit, but you know what? You hear me crystal clear. Goddamn, it's not a Play Everything podcast if it's not going to shit.
It's not done right if you have to do it twice. Wait, what?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Invite Only. This is our weekly gaming show right here on Play Everything. And you can catch us live on twitch.tv/PE_productions. If you want to watch us live, join us in the chat. We answer and talk to the chat as we go when we can. We got to fit it in. Get it in where you fit it in. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it fits, the ships.
If it fits, it ships. UPS. And all that good stuff right there on Twitch. We are affiliates, so if you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime, which means you can give us that free sub every month. Don't let Amazon keep that money. Take their money. They take your money. Now
fuck
it's time
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, fuck Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? It's time to take your money back from them that you always give them because they're super cheap and affordable. And that's all right if you can't catch us live, like many of you can't. You can watch us on youtube.com/play everything. We just break down all the video game news.
Everything
we discuss if there's a show that we're all watching. We'll do that at the end. We'll talk about and unpack whatever show we're watching.
I want to talk about what you're watching.
Lately, we're all watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So look, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I can't say it. God damn it.
One beer and that's it. Huh?
Just one Mark's Hard Lemonade, and my man's trashed. He's over here dunzos.
So you can stay tuned to that end of the show. We'll have a little spoiler warning up. Just mute us when we get to that part.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that goes away, unmute us. We're back to the non-spoiler territory.
Mm-hmm.
Compa, alongside me today, as he is every week, usually Shawn Flowers. Shawn Flowers out on leave right now.
He went to the monastery, and he's going to try to be a Buddhist monk, and he's going to be back here in about 7 months.
And I support his decision. You know what I mean?
Imagine the wavy hair, it's going to be all gone. He has to be a monk.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see him through on his journey.
He shaved his head.
Have a monk around here.
Yeah.
Be bowing and shit. I think that's what they do.
Won't be able to speak.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know in the Twitch chat. Do monks bow? I would assume so.
Are we ignorant? Yes.
At the very least, they're crisscross applesauce and something. You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
talking about.
Compa, Andreas.
¿Qué pasa? What's up, man?
Welcome.
This is good. It feels good. Good week. Yeah, I don't know. A lot to talk about, a lot to dig into it, because I know you're over here talking about Game of Thrones. I'm just going to go right into it, because Game of Thrones was a phenomenon. All right? Everybody in the chat, I know people in the chat, they loved Game of Thrones. It was a ritual. Every Sunday, we'd be home to watch it. I don't know how 8 years went by, like 9 years went by, and you didn't even catch a lick of it. Nothing. Nothing.
Only from what you talked about on the shows.
Only from what we would talk about on the shows. And you'd be like, oh my God, they're talking about Game of Thrones. That was you.
Yeah, that was.
And all of a sudden, how the turntables.
How the turntables, you know what I mean?
How the turntables.
No, 100%. I'm just trying to get through it right now because it's consumed my life. Like I'm literally spending hours watching it, like trying to burn through it all. And back when this was completely consensual, our video game show, I remember you and Flowers always unpacking that show every week as it was going live. Now I can just sit through it and I can skip the ending and we'll be good.
You're a piece of shit for that, by the way.
What, skipping the ending?
Yeah, no, the whole like you're getting to watch the whole series in like a matter of a month or two. We literally waited years, like from beginning to end. We waited years for this, and you're over here just gobbling it up in a month.
I gobble it up.
Fuck you.
I'm so excited. Like it's the best way to watch it, to be honest. But it does consume your life because all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you just want to watch. You're just like,
what? I mean, just let you know, it's a roller coaster, and it just goes nothing but downhill after the last season. Last season is just downhill. You're just like, what the fuck?
Before I ask you what you've been playing, we got the producer boys, Tambo Vlogs and Adrian on the boards, and Tambo being an executive producer over there. So appreciate you. They're here with us today. Adrian,
what's
up? I was
up?
gonna ask you what you've been doing, but have you been doing anything? Have you been playing anything? Usually you're pretty boring.
Shooting some nudes with your camera? What's up?
No.
OnlyFans shoots? Any OnlyFans shoots?
OnlyFans?
Not yet. Coming soon. No, not much. Celebrated my 21st on Thursday. So that was pretty cool.
Happy birthday! My baby boy's growing up.
Happy birthday, Adrian.
The big 21.
Throw those hype stank 21s up in the chat.
Hype stank up in here. Nah. So it's been pretty good. Pretty good weekend. Didn't work at all. Hung out with friends. Got drunk.
Some say called out of work instead of not go to work. Some say you just called out.
I mean, you do what you got to do. As much as I want to give Adrian shit right now,
it depends on your definition.
it's his birthday.
It's right. You could have called out and not beat Assassin's Creed like Compa Andres.
There you go.
So, I mean, you could have
I don't know
wasted
what
time
you're
like
talking
that.
about.
He
You're a piece of
lost
shit.
money trying
By
to not
calling
pay
out?
me $100. He actually would have been better off just paying me the $100
I don't know what you're talking about.
and phoning it in. So, clearly you didn't beat Assassin's Creed, which we all know from last week.
All I know is that you put
Hashtag stop the steal is all I gotta say.
All
Stop
I know
the
is that I
steal.
won.
He's trying to steal this bet from me, and it's through the power of the viewer and the listener to let him know that he has to pay me because he lost. And for those of you who don't know, a little invite only context break. Compa Andres lost a bet to me saying
I
he'd
didn't
beat
lose it.
Assassin's Creed by the end of the month, and that means before March 1st, obviously, as that would
I
imply.
just started March 31st. I don't know why we're going back
and
to
he
this.
and he didn't beat it, so you gotta let him know. Look, everybody in the chat's turning against you.
I mean, Jake Hill's asking you.
Jake Hill, stop the steal. That's what I'm talking about. I just can't sit idly by while you take elections and bets away from me. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this
Guys,
play
guys,
everything poll.
you guys
Now, is it
blasphemy.
only 4 votes? Nobody showed up for the
4
vote.
votes. Nobody showed up for the votes. Mail-in votes. Mail-in votes. Gotta wait for the mail-ins.
No.
Gotta wait for the
There's
mail-in
no
votes.
mail-ins on this
I gotta
one.
wait for
It's
the
4
mail-ins.
votes.
I told them.
It's not
I gotta
my
check
fault.
the PO box.
Young people
I
don't
gotta
vote.
check the PO box.
It's not my fault. Young
Right
people
there.
don't vote in the play
I'm
everything
just
polls.
saying. This is only 4 people voted. That's literally you, Tambo, and Flowers. And then these fucks.
I
Adrian.
voted. I
Exactly. That's literally everybody in this
Give him
room
a
that
sticker.
voted.
Get him a sticker.
All right. I'm waiting for the mail-in votes. I got people who I sent it to. They're coming in. Don't worry about it. I'll send you a certificate. Okay. Check the PO box. I got it. No, you didn't check, Tambo.
Jake Hill says Andreas is funny. Andreas is funny.
You guys are pieces of shit. But yeah, what season are you in, anyways? For Game of Thrones.
I'm about to start season 6.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Damn.
no,
Wow.
dude, I've put in some
Fucking
hours.
flew.
Now, enough of the Game of Thrones talk because it's an old show. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Exactly.
Comp Andres, what have you been doing? What have you been playing? Have you been playing anything? Are you just so broken about not beating Assassin's Creed?
I actually went back into Assassin's Creed because there's so much more to do in that game. So I actually decided to beat the Asgard aspect of the world. Remember that world that I told you where I spent a good amount of time there?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, this isn't part of the main story. What am I doing here?
Good amount of time. He found out like a week before he was supposed to beat the game. Which, by the way, some say if he did just not do that part, he would have beat the game in time.
Yeah, I literally, Monzo texted me right now. He's like, how do you beat this part in Asgard? And I was like, if you're in Asgard, fuck that place. Just do everything else besides that. You can get to that later in the game. Like, fuck that spot. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Does that piss you off?
What?
Like that? Like if you wouldn't have fucked up like that, you would have won.
First of all, I didn't fuck up because at the end of the day, I enjoyed the game. Okay. So
Did
it's
you?
It's a win-win-win
Last week-
because I won the game, I beat the game, and I won the bet. I don't know what else you call it. I call that a hat trick.
Last week you were skipping through all the cutscenes, so I don't know if that's enjoying.
I enjoyed it.
So
I mean, I just
back
had
into Assassin's Creed, I respect it. I didn't expect you to jump back into it.
I jumped back into it just because, again, I needed to go beat the Asgard, and then when you beat the game or the main story of the game, you're actually not done with like the list, aka the order, the people who are part of the main thing that you're trying to go against. So there's actually still a good amount of stuff that you're supposed to go out and do and actually kill. Like they give you little scrolls to read and find hints, like, oh, go to this spot in this church and you'll find him and blah blah blah. So that's actually more to the game, that end game stuff essentially. So it's a good. I mean, Assassin's Creed, out of like looking back at it now, super solid game. Definitely your money's worth. There's a lot to do. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Probably a 10 out of 10 if I paid attention to the story. But
Not a 10 out of 10. You're insane.
no, it's too much. But it's solid 8. I would give it
You
a
sound
good
like
8.
IGN.
Solid 8.
It's giving out 10s left and right.
Solid 10 for sure. If I was able to read it. But if you have a PlayStation, good solid game to play. Go ahead,
If
pick
you
it
have
up.
anything, Assassin's Creed's on anything.
but better on the PlayStation 5 because it's better. Okay, shut your fucking whore mouth. Go play your freaking Valheim. What are you playing?
I've been playing Outriders.
Outriders. Whoa, they finally fixed bugs. I read that they finally fixed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, their
servers are better now.
Still having some issues, which sucks. I didn't experience any bugs other than the crossplay issue.
Shut your mouth, Julio.
The crossplay issue was the biggest issue I've encountered because I convinced my friend Connor. I was like, "Hey, dude, like let's play this
You
game.
bamboozled Connor to playing this game.
Let's play this game
Look, he's
together.
giving you a
It's
potato
crossplay.
emote. He says you're a potato.
Let's go ahead and jump into it." And then we couldn't because it kept kicking us out. And then I looked it up, and then there's crossplay issues. And then eventually they came up with a little thing that says you can't crossplay. But that seems to be all resolved now.
Nice.
It's just a fun game. Like it feels good and it's fast gameplay. There's more depth and story there than there was like a Destiny.
That's cool. That's good.
Because when I jumped into Destiny 2, there's just nothing really to not keep me there because Destiny feels like mechanically it feels awesome. But like this is just like different, like your abilities and the fast pacedness of it all, and the story is enough there to where it's like okay, like I'm playing a game, like I'm getting something from this more than just gameplay, which as we all know, I appreciate a good story. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's cheesy sci-fi. I like
good.
it.
I feel like the way you're explaining it is easy to just dive into. It's not so much of a hard build up. It's something that you could just log in, tell Connor, text him, hey bro, get on. You guys could get on. You guys could just do some stories, do some things real quick. Sounds like a cool, fun game. I mean, the only thing I wish it had that would get me into it would be multiplayer. If it had straight up multiplayer, like 6v6 or something like that, that would sell me on the game for sure, and I'd probably pick that up.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what they build on. But here's the best thing: it's not like Destiny where the base game you get is like not great, you know, and then they give you stuff on top of that.
Yeah,
I feel like what's here, the steak on the plate, is a great steak. You know what I mean?
I like a good steak.
It's Kobe steak.
Oh wow!
You
You know your steaks.
Yeah, it's good. It's juicy.
Because you were the type of person who ordered it well done.
No,
You're a piece
am
of
I
shit.
a monster? Tambo Vlogs though orders his steak well done.
Tambo, no, you don't.
Carne asada.
Defend yourself in
gotta
the
be
chat.
burned the fuck up.
Nobody does
Charcoal.
well done steak. If you're a well done steak, fuck
No,
you.
people do. People do. 3-year-olds.
A well done steak
3-year-olds
is a
do
ruined
well done
steak.
steak.
Ron Swanson would be disappointed in all of you fucks.
But yeah, no, I've enjoyed it, and it gives me a little bit more. And what I was saying about the steak, the Kobe steak, is there's more there to build on. They can add a little potatoes, and they can add some carrots, right? But the steak's still there, right? It's still a good steak.
Because I mean, your
Whereas
boy,
Destiny, usually they give you an empty plate, and then they'll give you some carrots, and then they'll give you some mashed
You
potatoes,
have to add
and then
A1.
they'll give you the steak. They'll give
you
you
have
the
to add
steak at the
A1
end.
sauce, to make it better.
No.
This is a good steak. Because your boy, he's giving it a 6 out of 10. What would you give it out as of right now? He's giving it a 6 out of 10, which is okay.
I give it a
It is,
solid.
it is generous.
I give
He's
it a
giving
solid 8.
Whoa, Connor, get your boy. You guys are like way off.
And-
He's giving it an 8, and you're giving it a 6, and that's a generous 6.
And here's the thing.
I don't know who to believe.
No, and here's the thing. I don't think this is like some game everybody should drop and go play right now, right?
Well done steak. Oh my God, hold on. Double Tube doesn't know what a well done steak means. Real talk, I don't know what well done means in steak or medium rare.
It's
Hold on, let's go Chef Ramsay on him real quick.
yeah, no. It's just when it's not pink and it's completely like tough in the middle. And it's like you're chewing on leather. That's what well done is.
Yeah, just do yourself a favor. Next time you go to Texas Roadhouse or something like that, just to try it out, go medium well. If they're a good, cook, they'll know how to do it right. Good medium well, and you'll be solid. That's it.
Anyway,
Sorry. Yeah.
way
so-
off topic.
Way off topic, but I just saw that. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to let this man down the wrong path. If he goes and says, well done, he's going to get judged. I
Okay.
don't want that to happen to him.
No, and I agree. And he should be shamed and
But you're
and
giving it
manipulated.
a
or
8 out
not
of 10.
manipulated. 8 out of 10. And like I said, I don't think everybody should drop what they're doing and go play the game. I don't think it's like some like next coming, but I do think with nothing being out right now, I think it landed at the right time. That's why a ton of people are playing it right now. I think it's like number 4 or 5 on Twitch right now in terms
Nice.
of like people playing
I think
and
it's
watching.
it's a new game. I think that's what it is. I think it's just
But
that it's
most
a new game. That
not a
people
lot
are
of
getting
new
excited
games
for.
get like that kind of attention, especially this. If this came out in like November, it would be completely lost in the weeds on everything, right? So it came out it's one of those scenarios where it came out at a good time, and I think what's there is a really, really good product with some issues with like some server. But again, I haven't encountered any server issues other than the crossplay thing, which did suck. Now, I will say it's better to play it with people than alone.
Yeah.
That's where I had the most fun. I played it alone, and then I played it with Flowers. And honestly,
fun.
the abilities, I'm tank. I'm the tank class.
Yeah.
So like he's just OP, dude. He like goes in. I'll fly in. I'll be smashing things like the Hulk.
Smashing people, killing them.
And then I don't know, just the upgrade system. Everything in it just feels really.
So, I mean,
really
it's good. I mean, as if you give it an 8 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10, because even then, even if Connor, some people give it a low score, that's the base game. Like the game still has a lot to improve on. If obviously to kind of get the well works out of the way, kind of make it better, to fine tune it. And again, they could make the game better. They could add multiplayer. They could add more strikes, more raids essentially, and do those type of things. So it's a good thing. I mean, now it's up to them now to kind of make the turns, like make the wheels turn even better, make it faster. So
we'll see. They were smart with releasing it when they released it. That's all.
And the way they released it for $1.
Well,
easy.
on Games Pass, but that's only Xbox people.
But still, that's a lot. I mean, again, that word of mouth goes a long way,
A
right?
new
So
game, if I
ga-
had an Xbox and I had Games Pass,
Yeah.
which I would have Games Pass if I had an Xbox.
No, but you have it
I
on
would
your
be
PC though.
stoked. I know. I think it was Adam Woodstra. He's the one who tipped Shawn about it being on Games Pass.
Yeah.
I would be stoked if that was on there. Like for $1, especially if I'm just getting Games Pass or like whatever it is, $14 or $10. I don't know how much the fucking Games Pass is.
Yeah.
And you get a game like that's third party, that's not like first party, day and date on Games Pass. I think that's a slam dunk.
No, I mean it's good. I mean, I don't know if I'll try that game out. I mean, I just need, like you said, I think I need people to watch or play.
That's the thing. That you definitely want a squad going in to do it.
'Cause
That's when I had the most fun playing with Flowers, and then him being the support character and me being the tank, and just the way it looks, and then like it's a fun game. Is it amazing? I'm not Compa Andreas. I'm not gonna tell you lies here. I'm not gonna tell you. It's the
Sorry,
fucking best game in
every
the world.
game I played has been bangers.
Yeah.
Besides Anthem.
Yeah, you backed out that one real quick.
I'm just saying, in the past year, nothing but bangers.
So, you ready to get in some news?
Let's get into some news.
I want to jump into the meat of the news this week. I
Wanna
think
dive
this
right
shit
in.
is so interesting. Who's ready for some Sony drama?
Sony drama for your mama. And here's the thing. Sony never has drama. Sony's a fucking legit company.
This is a two-parter.
Not. Sorry.
And the second parter I find most interesting. So,
Give me with the first part.
so Sony is reportedly working on another remake of Naughty Dog's The Last of Us, first released in 2013 for the PlayStation 3, followed by the PlayStation 4 remaster. And the remake essentially would reportedly feature the gameplay and graphical improvements introduced in 2020's The Last of Us Part 2. Bloomberg's reports the remake status is part of border reorganization at Sony's first-party studios, which are struggling with conflicting goals of the company's desire for larger blockbuster scale projects from its major studios and smaller, less lucrative passion projects from its smaller teams. Now, what's interesting about this is essentially what happened is there's a studio. Nobody really has heard of it up until this article.
Yeah.
Sony's Visual Arts Service Group. That's
Yeah.
like the studio name.
Yeah.
Usually they're a support studio.
Yeah.
So you'll see this with Call of Duty. All the Call of Duty developers will work on one Call of Duty, but it's one developer's main game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest on that project are basically support studios.
Okay.
I remember this rumor. We talked about it on the show. There was like a secret Sony San Diego studio, first party studio in San Diego. That
Yep, I
nobody
remember
knew
that.
anything about this. So apparently, from the story, they wanted to take on the Last of Us remake, essentially.
Yeah.
And people are kind of being crazy about it in terms of like, oh, like remake, like it's a remake. It's not necessarily a remake. It's more of like upscaled visuals. It's like if the it's like Crash Bandicoot.
It's a remaster.
It's a remaster, not necessarily a remake.
Yeah.
But they wanted to head that up, and then their goal was to actually become a studio and take on a game. And eventually, it looks like Sony kind of swept them under the rug with that, and then just gave The Last of Us remake, which seems to be still in development from Jason Charles reporting at
What does it
Bloomberg,
look like? Yeah.
but at Naughty Dog.
Mm-hmm.
So one, let's unpack this.
There's
piece by
a
piece,
lot.
right?
There's a lot.
So for one, what do you think about this? Like Sony redoing The Last of Us?
So
They're not redoing
The
it. Like I said,
only thing that makes sense of why they're doing it is again The Last of Us. It is the holy grail of, for me, it's the holy grail of games. It's exactly what storytelling of a game should be. Beautiful. It's just dramatic. It's so many. So nothing could be said about that game. Everything could be said about that game. How great it is. So The only thing I can think of for them to remake it again, it is their bread and butter. It is the best game. It's going to get suckers like me to fucking buy it again so I can play it on the PS5 because I probably will. All right? That's not a question about that. The only reason, another thing I think of why they're doing it is specifically because of the show. I think they're trying to get more people to know about it and more news around it because of the show. So that's the only reason why I think they're doubling down on it and saying, yeah, go through with it because of the show. They want to coincide with it. They want more people to play it. Again, the game was out 10 years ago. Okay, there's people who are they're new to gaming. They're new to The Last of Us. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who's never played it. And obviously getting it to the PS5 would be it's not a bad thing. All right, they know it's going to sell.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people, and I'm surprised because these are games media people. There's an article saying, no, Sony, on IGN, no, Sony, we don't need a Last of Us remake. It's not a remake.
It's a remaster.
It's a remaster from the ground up remaster, which means basically everything's overhauled, same story, same everything.
I know
They're
what I'm
making
gonna
a
get.
show on it. They're not changing anything in it.
The show? They're changing.
No, I'm saying in the game.
Okay, yeah. So my bad.
They're not changing anything in it. And I do think it is smart for them to kind of release this alongside the show to rebuild that hype and nostalgia for
Get into it.
So that's part one, right?
That's part
And
one.
I'm fine with it. There's a lot of crybabies out there that are like, let them remake it. What's it matter? As long as it doesn't stop Naughty Dog from developing the next thing.
Yeah, it's not going to be like all hands on deck. Let's do this game that's like 8 years old and get into it. They have the reasons. They have the rhyme and reason. I think one of it is again.
And Last of Us 2's engine is beautiful.
It is. I mean, we won so many awards, so many games. They won BAFTA awards. They won everything. And again, The Last of Us 2, its predecessor, is another amazing accomplishment for the video game industry and Naughty Dog itself. So why wouldn't you want to remake or remaster the game that gave you that? You know, it's not a really big deal on my end. Like you said, it's not a big deal, but there is more to unpack, like you were saying in that second part of what the news will go.
Just the meat and potatoes of the story. To me, though, the interesting part, the drama part, is one, the studio wanted to make this so they can end up making their own games, right?
Yeah.
And Sony typically in the past has been very receptive to that. You want to crack another one of those bad boys? That's what I'm talking about.
That was your mistake, bro. You brought the can out. I was like, oh.
We bought a box of Mike's Hard Lemonade on the table. You don't know what's going on. We're partying. So they wanted to make their own game, right? And Sony's typically in the past has been very good about being like, yeah, try it, and you get a couple tries, and then if you keep failing, then ultimately you're closed, right? So they wanted this project, and then Sony wouldn't give them the funding, gave it back to Naughty Dog.
I got you.
Handed the project. Now, the bigger story from this is Bloomberg reports notes similar issues with Sony Bend's studio, maker of Days Gone.
Yeah, I heard about this news.
The developer of Days Gone, the Bend team reportedly tried to pitch a sequel to the open world zombie game, but was rejected. Instead, being tasked with helping Naughty Dog on a multiplayer project and a new Uncharted game. Ben's leadership was apparently so concerned about being fully absorbed into Naughty Dog's team that it asked to be removed from those projects. It's now reportedly working on a new game of its own.
That is a big thing, or I want to say red flag, because we don't know where it's going, but it is raising concerns about what exactly they're doing, because I heard about what they were going to do for Days Gone 2. The idea of Days Gone 2, they actually wanted to make it more open world. Days Gone now is very single player. You just go to camp, whatever. Your Days Gone that's how many Days Gone you are away from your original camp, because you're trying to, obviously you're in a zombie world, you're just trying to get more people. You're gone from your camp, and that's why it's called Days Gone, blah, blah, blah.
Fascinating.
Days Gone 2, it was supposed to be, from what I was reading, is that it's supposed to be more co-op, and it gives you actually multiplayer kind of access to it too. And imagine that type of open world game when you get multiplayer. I love that idea. That's a great idea. But Sony was like, nah, you're going to go ahead and work on that instead for us.
That's what's crazy to me about all this is Bend is a good studio that needs more shots. They need to be able to take more shots, because I feel like Guerrilla, if you let Guerrilla just kind of do, like, if you like Killzone all the time, we never would have got Horizon Zero done. That's why I'm shocked to hear this. And a person named by David Jaffe. Do you know who David Jaffe is? David Jaffe is the creator of Twisted Metal.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually had him on his show, his live stream Twitch show, the former creative director at Sony, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about it. And essentially, he agrees with Jason's article. And Jason's article is named "Sony's Obsession with Blockbusters is Stirring Unrest Within the PlayStation Empire." That's the name of the article, right?
That's a good clickbait.
And Jason even tweeted out that basically Naughty Dog even refers jokingly to Bend as Naughty Dog North.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would sit wrong for some people.
And obviously, Bend isn't independent. They've typically done Vita, PSP games, things like that, like smaller projects.
They're homies. PlayStation and them are homies.
Yeah, but smaller projects though. This was their first like big project in a long while since Siphon Filter, on the PS1. So essentially, he was saying he agrees with the article. He obviously can't be as honest as Jason is in his reporting because he still has NDAs and stuff. But he basically said that he can't comment on if Days Gone 2 is like a thing or not, which I assume it is not.
It sounds
I'm
like,
excited that they got their own game though, but it does worry me that Sony is trying to fold Bend into like a support studio, just like the visual arts.
No, yeah, I mean it makes sense because I mean, hearing that news, I would, if I was another developer, I'd be worried because at that point, if Sony is trying to go for nothing but hits, like you're gonna just swing for the fences every time you make a game, like you're gonna strike out more often than not sometimes, right? So it's gonna be once you find that hit, once you find that game that's like loved and beloved, you're gonna milk it, kind of like what's happened with The Last of Us. I'm not saying milking it is bad, but in this instance, that's kind of what's going on. Sony found something that they love, that they like. Naughty Dog, you made one of the best games. You make a lot of money. Yeah, go ahead. Make a remaster for the PlayStation 4 when it came out, because it came out for the PlayStation 3. You make a remaster for the PlayStation 4, and guess what? PlayStation 5 comes out. Okay, cool. Do it again. Another remaster for the original game that came out 8 years ago.
Well, I love the big AAA games.
They're amazing. They're great. But for other industries, for other like platformers and other studios, hey, Sony, got this great idea. Nah. How about you go work for this other game? Like,
typically, Sony has been very good about being receptive. Like when Insomniac wanted to do Resistance.
Yeah.
When Mod Nation Racers was a thing. When Dreams fucking happened like a year ago. Like, I think even though Dreams was not a great game in terms of like the success of what it was, there needs to be room for these smaller studios to be able to spread their wings and do things. And it is worrisome to me that you see PlayStation kind of make this move where they're kind of doubling down on their big AAAs, which God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted, all the games I love, but I also like Sackboy's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
I like, and not that's a first party studio, but I like games like that. I like the smaller games. I like, I even like even Days Gone. I think there's room for a 7 out of 10 game, so then they can learn and they can grow from it, and then all of a sudden we'll be getting 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 games from them.
Yeah, I mean it just sucks because they don't get that freedom or liberty to kind of do exactly what they want, and it's, I don't know, as far as PlayStation goes. I mean, do you think part of the reason, this is me thinking out loud because, again, I didn't just spitballing ideas and whatever. But because Microsoft is acquiring so much that Sony's just baking on the old reliable, because the future's coming, obviously, right? Microsoft's been planning ahead. They're trying to go ahead and just get something new. They're acquiring Bethesda. They're acquiring all these other stuff. So they got games in their back pocket, right, that people know and beloved.
Yeah, but
Sony, though, again, the idea of just competitiveness and kind of going that, they want familiarity. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe that could be the reason why they don't want to take as many chances. They want to, if they got the formula, they want to keep it, but they can't milk it. They can't run it to the ground of like the same formula, I don't know. I just feel like you said, Ben Studios had really great games and like they would just kind of, try something new.
Before we move on from it, that's what I'm saying is like, that's what I loved about Sony is I got a Starhawk game. Yeah. They funded PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Like they do weird, they take chances.
Battle All-Stars. You still right? That shit.
Battle All-Stars. Battle Royale. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Long name, bad name. I didn't make it.
The Sony PlayStation exclusive All-Star Battle Royale.
Smash characters.
Frenzy to the Battle Royale
Extreme
extravaganza.
dub
Part 1.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say on it. I hope they don't lose what made them special, because that is what made them special, was the smaller games.
I don't know.
Turning into bigger games. And like I said, you want your bigger games, you want your smaller games. We want both.
I mean, yeah,
all I gotta say about
Sackboy turned into its own thing, and that came out of Little Big Planet. And then you got Sackboy Adventures. You got thing out of it. Hopefully, it doesn't kill the dreams. Hopefully, it doesn't, what's that word I'm looking for? It doesn't kind of put the other developers down. It doesn't, hinder them and kind of care anymore being creative.
The fact that Naughty Dog calls Ben Naughty Dog North is that's an insult. Dude.
Yeah, it's a little slap in the face. They're kind of cocky bastards, but they earned the right. All right, you can't tell me that they didn't earn the right for that.
Birthright, some might say.
Okay,
The throne.
the throne. Wow, this motherfucker
Talking
watches
about
too much Game of Thrones now.
talking about PlayStation.
First of his name.
Who's excited for a new PlayStation exclusive? Talking about new games and
PlayStation
what's going on.
exclusive. Woo!
Have you seen Abandoned?
No. I heard about it. I read about it. I don't do good with scary stuff.
So we're gonna watch it, and it's short, so that's why I'm saying we're gonna watch it all the way through with
It's
sound.
a minute
I
and
don't
39.
I don't know if our audience likes it or not. No, it's even less than that, really.
Oh, okay.
So today, Sony and developer Blue Box Games Studio showed off a new cinematic first-person horror survival shooter with realistic, eerie vibe. It's called Abandon, and it's been made exclusively for the PlayStation 5. In a blog post, game director Hassan Kamar showed off the above first look at Abandon. Nothing in it. It's still in early development and subject to change. Abandon follows the story of Jason Longfield, who wakes up in a forest alone with no clue how he got there. As he attempts to find his way out, he uncovers a sinister purpose behind his being brought to the forest and must fight his way to safety.
Motherfucker wakes up in the forest.
So, real quick, Blue Box promises that Abandon will focus on realism and not just visuals. If Jason runs out of breath from sprinting, it will be harder to shoot accurately. The firing weapons will be realistically slow, using the DualShock's technology to lever the ultra-realistic feel of pulling a gun trigger and being hit by a bullet. It uses 3D audio too, which says it will help players accurately know where to fire their gun.
Wow.
So let's watch this real quick before we kind of unpack it, because I want you to see it before we actually talk about it.
Let's do it. It is rated ESRB.
Let me tell you a story. A true story. A story that could overcome to all of us. Imagine waking up at a place far, far away from home. Away from your loved ones. Away from friends. Away from safety. Trying to understand how you got there. No one there to guide you. No one there to assist you. No food. No water. You've got nothing to survive. But the complicated part is, well, you're a prey. Powerless, thirsty, and a weak prey.
It looks really
Of a
realistic.
strong, blood-loving community led by a
these
religious
screenshots look really
nut
good,
job.
I know.
A false
That's why I mean,
prophet that will
it's
do
not like a
anything
ton to
for
look at.
power, anything for wealth. And
But
when you
that looks
realize
like a
this,
video someone took.
You
in the
know
forest.
it's the end. Your end. But you will never accept this. You will fight for a way out.
So you can skip back or forward a little bit because it shows a little bit of gameplay. Very, yeah, right there,
I was
right
gonna
there.
say, it looks like just like ass face, whatever the fuck.
So, like, first of all, when this came out, people thought it was a Kojima game.
Yeah, I read about that. They're thinking about it's another Kojima game. All that stuff. I remember reading about that, but I never actually looked at the trailer and clicked it and said, "Hey, what's going on here?" Like Tambo said, "Oh my God, the fire! No."
Devil Tube says, "When does the thing that makes this a Kojima game come in?" It's just weird. It was just a weird thing because they didn't announce it before they put the trailer out there.
Yeah.
So that's a weird Kojima thing that he would just do. Like, put out a trailer.
It would be so soon though. When did Death Stranding come out? 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, it's got to be like 2019,
I
right?
was like 2018. But no, I mean, do you think is that soon already for a new game like that? I mean, you would think that
No, for Kojima, but it's not a Kojima game. Like it's already confirmed, it's not a Kojima game.
that's what they want you to think.
That would be a Kojima ass move. No, but what's interesting about this is, Escape from Tarkov, right? What's the other one? Tambo, help me out.
Which one?
The other survival game that's really big on Twitch.
Rust?
Rust. I think that's it. Rust. That sounds
Rust
right.
is, I guess.
What about the Fallujah one or whatever?
That's not really like.
Is that one out yet?
It's not. No, that's the one with all the controversy that we talked about last week. But no, that's not really like in the vein of what this is. Because again, no game HUD, like ultra realistic survival, and exclusive to PlayStation's an interesting move because those games are popular. People do like watching them, especially Escape from Tarkov.
Tarkov is the one that's like extreme realism. Like you hear a shot, you don't know where the fuck that's coming from. You'll just die. And if they get that and translate that to this kind of Blair Witch type fucking game, whatever this is, I mean, I need to see more than that. It literally reminds me of fucking that Bethesda game that's gonna come out and it's just Starface or some shit, and it's just like, all right, cool. Give me something more. I need something to get more of. I mean, I heard the background. I heard that kind of girl, kind of like.
I mean, that's more than we got. It's more than we got from Starface.
You're the prey. All right, cool. I get it. I mean,
Well, and you're not a big horror game guy. I'm
no,
not.
I'm
either.
already telling you right now. Like, if this was VR, great.
You don't even own a VR thing.
I have a VR. My brother owns it, so technically I do too. So yes, I have a VR.
You would not play this in VR.
I played the Resident Evil one in
All the way through?
VR, like a good
for 2 seconds?
halfway. I'm not even gonna lie on this one. Like
you got it,
halfway
and you'd be like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm done."
Okay, let me tell you why. Okay, I played it halfway, and then I was like, nah, I ain't trying to play this in VR just because I have to go to my brother's room and blah, 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 his house and whatever. I ain't trying to do all that. I don't have the time. So I stopped playing it.
Well, again, another PlayStation exclusive, more than Xbox has out right now. Announced. So that's what's interesting is, and this is a third-party game. This is a third-party game, not a first-party studio.
Yeah.
Blue Box is a new studio.
Yeah.
So again, kind of negating kind of what I just
Contradicts
said.
a little bit, yeah.
They are doing things. They are taking chances, but it's not from their first-party developers. So
Yeah.
obviously, this is less of a risk to them than having,
I mean, the game sounds interesting. It does give me Blair Witch vibes, which is cool. Again, I got to see this game. I got to see more of it. I mean, granted, any type of horror is out there, bro. Like, people really love that genre of games. Like, you still have Friday the 13th or whatever game that's being really played with. Like, it's being played right now on Twitch. I don't think it's called Friday the 13th. I forget what it's called. Dead Alive or some shit. I forget the game, what it's called, but there is people out there who love these games. Even Resident Evil Village. Like, people love Village. It hasn't even came out yet, but they love the lady. What's the lady's chick, Adrian? The girl from Resident Evil 8? The one that's like, she's thick and everybody's like, oh my God. Just put Resident Evil Village, lady, whatever.
Oh yeah, everybody was into her.
And she's like, they got a statue. You could pre-order like a 11-foot statue of her, some shit. And everybody's like, I want her to sit on my face. People are like fucking being weird about this shit.
People are the internet.
Like, pull up a thing
undefeated.
and put it on real quick. Put that shit on next to us. People for some reason are like fanatic and like they all of a sudden have like this thing about Resident Evil 8. And again, Resident Evil, they're going away from, zombie. They definitely took that leap in the last one to kind of go into different storytelling, horror and stuff like that. But now that they have this, what's their name? Adrian? Yeah.
Great. Dead space on
No, I was trying to figure out where the name was. It is Alcina Dimitrescu.
I don't think that's the girl.
No, but it looks. Put it up so people could see. I mean, if you're watching or anything like that, you could see.
It does not look like the girl.
But it is her. I mean, that's exactly how it is. People were already doing cosplays of her and stuff like that. Like they're being really kind of crazy about this chick, Alcina. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that is her.
No, 100% that's her. But people were like loving this girl already. Like she just showed up, and everybody's like, I want this bitch.
She's like, what, 8 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Something like
So that's
that.
why people are saying sit on my face. Like, it's just so weird. Give me that type of horror game, Mikey. Give me this. I don't want this. I want her to abandon. Okay, I want her to abandon. Then I'll cop. Sold instantly. But like you said, it does kind of contradict a little bit about Sony not going trying something new.
chances. Yeah.
Taking chances. I don't know. Like, that doesn't really get me hyped. I mean, it's just like a screenshot that says.
Like I said,
Access.
I don't think it necessarily gets me hyped, but I do always like seeing whether it be Xbox or PlayStation kind
Dead
of
by
add
Daylight.
another exclusive to their arsenal.
DevilTube got me. He hooked me up. He said Dead by Daylight. That's the one. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. My buddy plays it. The game's been out for hella long, but people love that game. It's a good mix of horror and like strategic and stuff. DevilTube says he loves horror games. So, DevilTube, would you play The Abandoned or would you let a lady sit on your face? One of those two.
Why not both? Porque locos dos.
Oh, ¿por qué no los dos? Oh, sí, señor.
Well, Taco Girl commercial, you know what I mean? I know what's up. I know Spanish.
But yeah, I mean, as far as horror games, dude, I'm cool. I'm good.
Well, speaking of games we're not excited for, Deathloop delayed until September. Arcane Studios today announced the delay to Deathloop, pushing the game from its planned May 21st debate back to September 14th. In a joint statement on Twitter, Deathloop game director Dinga Bakarba and art director Sebastian Minton apologized for the delay and explained the reasoning behind it. We're committed to quality and preserving our team's ambitions for Deathloop while ensuring the health and safety of everybody at Arcane. They said, we will be missing this extra time to accomplish that goal, create a fun, stylish, and mind-bending player experience. You're a big Bethesda guy. Are you excited for Deathloop?
I was, but it's falling into that fucking. It's falling into this the delay game. It's falling into the delay trap where it gets delayed and delayed. And even though I'm all for delays, the audience hates it, and so it's gonna receive automatic criticism off the rip as soon as it comes out. I still remember when it came out, Deathloop. The idea of it was amazing. Like the E3 trailer was dope. All that thing was really cool about it, but now obviously it's falling into the delays, and it's like, all right, cool. By the time I finally get it in my hands, I'm like, all right, great. You had all this time, and for this shit,
I really am waiting to see what people think about it. I got my people that have the similar taste as me in the industry.
Do we have gameplay of it?
And if they, yeah, I'm sure we can pull up again.
I'm
Maybe
pretty sure.
not. Our
Maybe.
producer just wants to fucking kick back, so don't worry about it. Fucking, he didn't even hear us until I said that.
I want to see
the hint.
gameplay of it. I mean, just see people what is Deathloop again, because all I know is that we just have. I know it came out and people were just like, "Oh, it's kind of cool, I guess," but it looked interesting. It looks cool. It's a little different from what other people see and do.
DevilTube saying, hot take, I don't understand why people are excited for Deathloop. I agree. Like, that's the thing. I'm waiting to see if people have a similar... The people with the similar taste with me in the industry end up really enjoying it, because if they do, typically I will, just depending on the person, because I know who aligns with like my taste in video games in the industry, which is important. That's why people like us, you know, that's what we're here for. But
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't think I'm going to play this game. I'm not excited for this game. I don't think Bethesda... Look, they had a couple bangers, right? Here's the hot take.
They're not so good anymore.
Bethesda's not amazing. Like, I don't think there's some amazing developer that everybody makes them seem to be, or publisher / developer. Like, all their studios, I don't think they're like some groundbreaking studio. Like I said, Skyrim, awesome. Wolfenstein, good game.
Wolfenstein was good.
game, especially 2. Really cool concept, and they delivered that really well. I'm not a big Fallout guy, but I respect it.
Yeah. The following was great. People do love
Outside
this.
that is like, I don't think they really had like game, like, again, just my taste in games. I don't think they're like some like amazing developer. Like, I would take a this is gonna sound Sony pony, but I would take a Naughty Dog, or I would take a...
You would. But then again, it comes to the idea of where I'm okay with it. I mean, this is where Game Pass would come in handy, because if I could just try out a game to see if I like it, great, right? This is where Game Pass for me would come really good in handy, because then I'd be like, yeah, I'll try it out. No
try
big
out
deal.
games like that. That is
Try
the benefit.
it out,
That is
right?
the benefit.
That'd be the best thing about it, because then if I do really enjoy it, then guess what? I'm going to play it. But I don't see myself really sold on it 100%. Granted, when it first came out and I saw the trailer for it, great. Looking at this gameplay, cool. Looks interesting. You know, duels and stuff like that. I want to know how the multiplayer stuff would work, if they have that, how the actual game would work. But yeah, that's about it.
I would buy not buy this, but I would get it on Games Pass. Like, I would get Games Pass to try it. And by the time this comes out, I'm sure there's a couple other games that I'll go ahead and try out on Games Pass. But, you know, especially if you're excited for this game, just wait. If you haven't got Games Pass before, you can wait and get it for $1.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would do that much more rather than kind of wait and buy. 50,
I wouldn't
60
buy it.
bucks.
I wouldn't buy it.
I wouldn't buy it off
$60.
the rip. I'm sorry. I mean, especially now after another delay, I'm cool.
Compa Andres, you know what I would buy?
What are you
off
gonna buy?
The rip, though. Absolutely 100%. That sweet, hot merch on that Play Everything store. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This episode is brought to you by the Play Everything store. Get the hottest merch to represent your favorite internet knuckleheads. That's us. That's you and me.
I see. That's us.
A couple chuckleheads over here. And you can get that sweet, completely consensual hoodie if you'd like to be loud and proud or be a little more subtle, a little more subdued. And you can get that hot Play Everything hoodie. Which I think I'm actually going to buy mine tonight. Use code INVITEONLY at checkout and show off to all your friends that you got some taste. You got some swag on you.
Easy.
And use code INVITEONLY at checkout to get free shipping. That's right. Code INVITEONLY to get free shipping. And that is teespring.com/store/playeverything. Once again, teespring.com/store/playeverything. Use code INVITEONLY. Get that free shipping and get some of this hot merch. Stickers, mugs, t-shirts. We got it all.
Everything.
And suggestions. Always welcome suggestions on any kind of merch you want. So again, head over there, use that code, give that credit to Flowers since this is his show. And now back to the show. Light news week.
Nothing too crazy.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling about the show so far?
So far, so good, man. We got right into it. Got the meat. Got the good.
Did.
Got into a good, medium steak. We just right into it, bite into it.
Did you add this last one?
I put in the last one.
Okay, so I haven't read this one, so I'll let you. I'll read it and then you kind of unpack it for me. You know what I mean? Because I need some help. Epic CEO Tim Sweeney is very excited about the Epic Game Store losing a ton of money. Epic is going to lose at least $330 million as a result to all those Epic Game Store exclusives and free games. But on Twitter, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney considers this an investment and seems surprisingly excited about losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Who wrote this?
Yeah,
Kotaku.
exactly.
This is fucking Kotaku.
But there's still people
They're
who
just shit talking. This information was spotted and reported by PC Gamer from the new court documents that have emerged from the ongoing legal fight between Apple and Epic. These were two companies battling each other in court, and we all get a new insight to the Epic Store's financial situation,
and
it's not
good.
great.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I brought it up. It's because I don't know how. I mean, Fortnite is just king, and they just V-Bucks people are spending it, and they got hella money like that up the wazoo. Because how is losing $330 million profit? How, Sway?
Well, okay.
Because the idea is that they're giving away free games, and they're giving it to, and then obviously if you read more into the title of how they're losing this money and why they're losing this money, is because the reason how they're bringing the exclusivities to the Epic games is that they're guaranteeing money off the rip for developers. So if the Tambo's making a game, and I'll be like, hey, Tambo, no matter how shitty your game is or how great your game is, I'm going to give you 20 mil just so you could be in my store guaranteed, like off the rip. And that's where they're losing their money, essentially. They're saying that all the exclusives and free games, that's what they're doing just to get people in. So they're trying to say, hey, the idea is lose money now, make money later.
Do they have a ton of free games on the Epic Store?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a PC gamer. You guys are.
I don't know them to like give a ton of free
But
games.
do you have Epic installed on your computer? Do you?
Yes, I do.
Tambo, put it in the chat. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Do you have Epic installed? He has to have Epic installed.
It's not that hard. It's not like it's like
But
buying
people-
a different console.
No,
Like
but
this
people
was always
hated
my
the
argument with it.
facts.
This was always my argument with it. And when I became a PC gamer, I got both. You know why? Because it's literally you need a launcher for any game, like Call of Duty, like any Activision game. You can't buy on Steam and Epic. You have to go through BattleNet, right?
Yeah.
So like. PC gamers are already used to having these different things you have to download to play different games. It's better than buying another $500 console, you know, like as you would have to for like a PlayStation exclusive, buy another console. So, Tambo says 73 free games on Epic right now. Didn't know about that.
That's a lot of games.
And that's the thing. I don't think they do a good job of marketing that either because I don't know them as like giving away free games. And what's also interesting is I would want to see like Microsoft's financials with Games Pass, see how much they're losing.
They're losing, yeah.
But again,
they're not gonna give those numbers out. But right here it says to get control on Epic Games as an exclusive, Epic paid out $10.5 million.
well, no,
Just to get a control on Epic Games Store as an exclusive.
Not
They
even
paid $10 million.
worth it. Epic spent $444 million on exclusive games and free games, right? And they lost $330 million. So they're making somebody, but they're losing more money than they're spending.
Yeah, which
But
is crazy. I mean,
you see the strategy all the time. Amazon didn't turn a profit forever, you know? Netflix wasn't profitable. I still don't think it's profitable, right, Adrian?
they
No,
got to
it's
be
not.
profitable, dude. They just spent like half
a
$1
lot of
billion on 2 movies for the Knives Out
Tesla.
sequels.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
This
like a lot of these companies run out of loss.
they run at a loss and they're on borrowed credit, essentially.
Tesla,
Amazon didn't
Amazon.
turn a profit until like 2013 or something like that. Amazon?
Fuck.
Speaking of Amazon, if you have Twitch Prime, that means you have Amazon Prime, or Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime, which means you get a free sub you can give to us every month right here on twitch.tv/PE_productions. If you don't watch us there, go ahead and head over there. If you have Amazon Prime, throw us a, you know what I mean? You don't have to catch us live, but you can always support the show with Amazon's money.
Yeah.
Get the plugs in, you know what I mean?
You got to get him where you get him.
No, but going back to this, companies run out losses all the time. Epic is not really short on money. Like
I don't think so. No,
they're
'cause
a
they
big revenue generator,
I think it was 1.6 billion.
and I think this is only
I mean, it's 1.6 billion, and you're only losing 330. That's chump change.
Yeah.
lose at least $330 million as a result of the Epic Game Store exclusive in games, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're running at a loss.
Yeah.
They're just saying they're losing out on $330 million on that section, but that could be made up in revenue from Fortnite V-Bucks and
Not even anything else. I mean,
in-game
obviously,
purchases,
so
right?
much more,
If
yeah.
if you buy like Apex coin, or that's not
Apex?
that's
Whoa.
not on Epic Store. If you buy coins from another game, like some in-game cryptocurrency in-game,
Yeah.
right? They get a profit of that. So
Yeah.
obviously they're probably really hurt by the Apple and Android stuff going on right now with
When they released
Fortnite.
it, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
With Fortnite not being on there, so that's probably a big hit to their revenue loss.
Apple's like, God damn it.
Which, speaking of mobile, I mean, do you have anything else to say on this?
Not really. Just want to bring that up.
So speaking of mobile games too, I didn't add it to the news, and Adrian's like, "Oh, why didn't you add it to the news?" PlayStation is hiring for a chief mobile game director or oversee. I forgot the actual term, but a person to head up their mobile section. And Adrian's like, "That's big." Blah blah blah. I've been around
Not
a long
big,
time,
yeah.
Adrian. I'm not saying a long time, but I've been following the industry for a long time, I'd say. You know how many attempts I've seen Sony try to get into the mobile games business? I've seen the Xperia Play, right?
Their
Which
phone,
is the fucking
yeah.
PSP phone, right? I've seen them do it when the PS4 launched. Remember Knack's Adventure or Knack's fucking something
Yeah.
Quest, where it's a puzzle match game, and then Sackboy on the Run, which is one of those Temple Run
Temple
games.
Run's game, but Sackboy.
And then Adrian made the point, well, Nintendo really failed at it too. You've heard of Mario Kart on like mobile devices.
Mobile, yeah.
Sure, it died out big time, but you've heard of it. Have you heard of Sackboy on the Run before? Talked about Sackboy on the Run?
You're the first time I've ever heard of it.
I'm the only person who knows about it, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. And then the Knack puzzle. They have a bunch of weird shit. So that's why I didn't add it, is because I've seen them do this 1,000 times, and I've seen them fail 1,000 times at this.
You got to get a good gotcha game when it comes to mobile. You got to get a good play-to-play type game.
I
'cause-
don't like mobile, dude.
No, but you have to pay to play when you do mobile, dude. You have to go ahead and do that. I remember there was a Pokemon. Like Pokemon is a fucking craze. You got Pokemon Go, Pokemon Cafe, all
they
that
nailed
weird
it.
shit.
Nintendo nailed it.
God.
Sure, again, it's mobile games, but who gives a fuck? That's the thing. I don't get who gives a fuck about these games, but they make so much money. You know how much I don't give a fuck about mobile games?
Who?
Crash Bandicoot on the Run, right? New game just came out.
Yeah.
Jumped into it for maybe 2 missions, jumped right out. Not for me.
No.
A Crash Bandicoot game.
I know.
I've played a many of Crash Bandicoot
And that's
games.
the one that's not for you?
Bad ones. I'm talking about Crash Boom Bang on the DS. Terrible. I did not. And I played that to completion. Right?
That's how you know you're a fan. When you play the game, even though it's crap, That's a real fan.
I played this for 2 levels and I was like, I don't get mobile gaming. I don't get it. I don't understand it because it really is. I feel like all the mobile games are just copy and paste of each other, and that's how I feel.
That's good. I mean, mobile games is there. I mean, I know Genshin Impact is like the game right now to play on mobile.
It's true. They did it. They made it.
And then Pokemon is still obviously because of the Pokemon cards, Pokemon Go. It died out for a little bit, but it just came back with the fucking ferocity. Just kind of said, "Hey, give me your money. Give me your fucking Pokeballs. Throw them easy. See what happens with mobile, man."
Ugh, it's not going anywhere, unfortunately. God, I hate mobile. Sorry, just checking the chat, and you too could be in the chat. Twitch.tv.
Devil T was saying that you made a really bad Adrian impression. That's what I just read.
No, that's how Adrian sounds. You
How
should
did he
hear him
sound?
talk about comic. Oh, fucking Spider-Man in issue 23. He actually ran into Doctor Strange. That's how Adrian sounds.
Speaking of comics and stuff, because I know Flowers is in here, but
We're
I
not-
know he would want us to talk about
We're
Falcon
not
and
there
the Winter
yet.
Soldier.
We're not there yet.
I mean,
Let me drive the boat.
all right, run the
One
boat.
more, because I know you're a Bioshock fan. There's one more piece of
Yes.
news before we get into this.
Mass Effect's gone gold too, by the way.
Damn,
Sorry.
Compo already over the show. I'm sorry, everybody. Next Bioshock game hiring for open world setting. Bioshock 4 developer Cloud Chamber is hiring, and a new job description for a senior writer may give us some hints into what's in store for the franchise. The new job listing, as reported by PC Games N, is specifically targeted at applicants who were impactful, character-driven stories in an open world setting. The senior writer will also assist in crafting primary and secondary mission content. The biggest thing here is that it is going to be an open world game. We got confirmation that Bioshock 4 was happening in 2019. So still very early on. Bioshock.
Love
open world
I don't know how.
without Kevin Levine.
That's the thing. That's the thing that kind of throws me off because I know Kevin Levine's not in the project, so I don't know how exciting I'm going to get. I don't know if they're going to go back into dive deep into Bioshock 1 Andrew, they'll talk about him, how he kind of created the world and something like that. Maybe it was like, I don't know if they're going to talk about the sisters, the Big Daddies. Like, I don't know how deep they're going to dive into the world because obviously Bioshock 1 and 2 was its own thing. Bioshock 3 was just different because they called it Stockholm and all that stuff. They created this utopia in the sky and stuff like that. So I don't know how Bioshock 4 is going to be exactly, if it's going to be tied to the utopia in the sky or one downstairs.
Do you like Infinite? Did you enjoy Infinite?
I enjoyed Infinite because it was different from the Bioshock. It was such a Bioshock game, obviously, duh. But it didn't take me back down. Oh my God, why am I forgetting the setting? Oh my God. I'm blanking out.
Wait, what?
Bioshock, the setting, the world, what they're called.
Oh, yeah, I fucking don't know.
I'm
I
blanking
don't
the
know.
fuck.
I know it, but I don't know. I would know if I heard it.
But yeah, going into that world for them, like it was just different when you go from Atlas. No, Atlas is one of the characters. I'm just breathing out. Adrian's pulling it up for me. Thank you, Adrian.
Oh, you're talking about the original?
Yeah, the original
Bioshock?
one.
I
The
thought you were
settings
talking
of it, the
about
synopsis when you go, because Andrew Ryan, the creator-
Rapture.
Rapture. I don't know why the fuck I got that. So again, the first two was in Rapture. The second was Utopia in the Sky. Blah blah blah. Bioshock 4, open world. Don't know exactly how they're gonna do it, but I've always liked their storytelling. There's just really something about veering off,
And
finding stuff out.
I like the idea of the open world, but also it scares me because I feel like the linear is where you get the best story from. So I'm going to be interested to see how they balance story and open world in an open world Bioshock game. Like, what am I going to be missing?
I don't know.
I feel like they'd almost be better off playing it like a Last of Us 2 Part 2 where it feels open, but it's not open, you know?
Yeah, where it kind of gives you that vast kind of thing to go look at notes, look at stamp, like look at people's histories before they were there. I don't know. But the biggest thing is Kevin Levine. Kevin Levine is not there anymore, so I'm just like, whoa there. See how excited I'm gonna get before I say anything like that, because he was the mastermind behind it. He was the genius behind all of it.
Bioshock 1 was so... Adrian, did you ever play the original Bioshock? Bioshock 1 was so fucking good.
It's such a good game. That Utopia.
Adrian, check if it's on game... Oh, you don't have an Xbox. You should get Bioshock.
You should
know,
get
what the
Bioshock.
fuck are you doing with your life?
You ain't doing shit. You just turned 21. What are you doing with your fucking life?
Not playing Bioshock.
What's your 5-year
You're
plan
a piece of shit.
on completing the Bioshock series?
How are you gonna do it?
Definitely not bet you at all. That's for sure.
You gotta make sure you got some good investments.
See, there you go.
401k.
And
that
beat
Bioshock
Bioshock.
game.
When did the first one come out though?
I want to say 22. No, not even 20.
DevilTube says I love Infinite that so much that he has a game memorized. That's interesting to me because I feel like people are either like really hit or miss on Infinite.
I know, just because it was different. I mean, the way that the ending happened and the story that it was told, like it was just different. I mean,
Just
but it was still
really
a
different.
mind fuck of a game still.
Really fucking different, dude. I couldn't believe it was a Bioshock game when I played it.
Just because, I mean, the one thing that people didn't like was that they had 2 actors play the girl, and then DevilTube was going to tell me who the girl's name is because he has that game memorized. They had a person who did the voice acting and the person who did the actual modeling and stuff like that. So you know how Last of Us has...
Yeah, that's not different. That's not terrible.
That's pretty common.
yeah.
It's common, but I mean, obviously, it's just they were just talking about people were like, oh my god,
They did that for Spider-Man.
fuck up.
The video game.
Look, tell me he doesn't sound like that. Well, actually,
Yeah, you're right. DevilTube, you're right. He does sound like Adrian.
No, he's wrong.
So he's
I'm
wrong.
right.
Sorry, DevilTube, you're fucking wrong, dude. Due to my calculations,
Fucking
you know,
dork.
looking at my watch and you know the sun's.
Well, actually, in the
trajectory.
Spider-Man PS1 game, they actually were the first ones to do modeling in any kind of time or way, and then Stan Lee made an appearance
when
in
the-
this VO, and they
wherever
used a
this-
different body.
I was just saying how there was a big
I was just
controversy
saying,
when they switched up the actor. Remember, we talked about it on the show.
We talked about it in this show.
You know, I agree.
I agree. Sure, Adrian. Just because you turned 21.
I can't wait to hear his fucking Falcon the Wind. He's gonna talk for
We're
another
gonna
hour.
talk. Me and him gonna
No,
talk.
actually, no. I don't really have much but to say about
Well,
it. It was good.
Either way, but
Sorry.
sorry, no. I
Bioshock?
mean, Bioshock 4, make it happen. As long as I get mind fucked again and give me good storytelling, and they just really combined storytelling with uniqueness of gameplay. Like that was the best thing about it too. So
I'm still waiting on the Bioshock Vita game. You know what I mean? Make it happen, Kevin Levine. Ken Levine.
hot take. I like Bioshock
Ken
2 a
Levine.
lot. Bioshock 2 was the one. that
Bioshock
people
2
didn't like.
wasn't bad.
Some people didn't like
Yeah.
it, but Bioshock 2 for me was like I liked it a lot.
I like it better than Infinite. I'll say it. Because I like that world better. Now, switching some gears here, we're going to be throwing a spoiler alert, little flash up on the screen. So we're going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So when you see that go away, you're safe. So just put us on mute. Go make your popcorn and Cheerios, you know what I mean?
Cheerios.
And then come back, unmute us once you see that gone. And then for the audio listeners, I'm sorry, skip forward maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes. Feel it out. Sorry, audio listeners. Talking to the Winter Soldier, episode 4. 3?
4.
4.
2 episodes left.
Where you at with this fucking... Wait, it's a 6-episode thing?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
We're
that's
almost
why it's
there.
like, holy shit, how's this gonna end?
I'm really underwhelmed now. I thought they had a lot more lead
What
in
do
time.
you mean? No,
Yeah.
they don't.
All right, well, your thoughts. I want you to go first. I'll
So-
let you two go first.
Obviously, fuck this he's not my Captain America, all right? The John Walker guy, he could go fuck himself. All right. I'm just gonna talk straight into the ending. That visual, that representation, that blood-stained shield. Holy
That was pretty
fuck.
crazy. Yeah.
That was that one that got me goosebumps, bro. Goosebumps. Zoom in. Goosebumps. All right? That shit's wild. Talking about that is just something that would never happen. I would never see that happen. What do you think, Adrian? How do you think that ending?
I thought the ending was. I was expecting something. I didn't think he'd kill someone.
Nah, he went
Yeah.
fucking full on.
It reminded me a lot of that scene with Black Panther where he almost kills Claw, but then they're like, "Oh no, they're
dodge
recording."
something?
Yeah,
What's it
and he doesn't kill him, but then this one he just goes. Pah,
Well,
I thought he cut his head off at first.
I thought so too. I thought he was going in and cutting the head off.
Yeah.
But to kind of give you context, I mean, the idea of Zemo was right, where people who want to get the super serum, they have this ideal of, you know, I forgot how he said it exactly, but people who crave super serum, who crave that super soldier status, have superficial ideas and like really bad fucking ideas and kind of the concept of it. So when John Walker, aka fake Captain America, got his ass beat by the Wakanda soldiers, I keep forgetting their names. It starts with the D.
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje.
Dormilaje.
When he got his ass beat by them, he's like, fuck, I got my ass beat.
They're not even super soldiers.
They're not even super soldiers. He literally says that.
Yeah.
He says they're not even super soldiers and I got my ass beat. Fuck.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what triggered him to kind of take the actual serum himself, and that's how he got that superpowers. And I don't know how this next episode is going to end. I really don't know what the next episode is, because I feel like there's going to be something in him that... Obviously, that happened because his boy... forget the guy's actor name and all that stuff, but he straight up got killed. One Punch Man, like straight up to the fucking wall, to the chest piece. Like that was like some X-ray shit. Like he was just dead.
I
basically.
liked his character a lot too.
Yeah, because
Like,
he was a common sense one. He was trying to
Yeah.
tell John Walker, like, "Hey, bro, we're on the good team. Like,
Yeah.
stop being so fucking psychotic and weird."
Yeah, and I think especially with I know I really am digging Zemo's character. This is another thing where it's like on Civil War, yeah, he was like this mystery man. You didn't really get to know him.
Yeah.
Really, like obviously he's the bad guy,
Mhm.
but like in this they really flesh out his character, which I think these shows do so well. So
Yeah.
again, I really enjoying Zemo and the fact that it's not like he stole the serums, you know, at like once they like fell, you know.
No,
and
I thought so
ran.
too. I thought he was gonna take it too. For a second, I was like, "He's gonna take it."
He's true to his like convictions in terms of like
100%.
destroying them.
Yeah.
Which again I just think speaks a lot to like a supervillain.
Yeah.
Because obviously a supervillain could do a lot worse things with those. I think he's gonna be the new Captain America is gonna be the bad guy. I think that's how this is gonna go.
Well, there's theories now. Obviously, you know how you guys love my theories. The power broker. Do you know who the power broker might be? I know you probably know, Adrian.
I don't.
He's the collector.
No. They're saying, rumor is, from what I read and talking to people, General Ross,
Ooh.
a.k.a. the
Yeah.
general
Red
from the
Incredible Hulk. That's
Red
what I'm
Hulk.
Red
talking
Hulk.
about. Also,
exactly
also Civil
right.
War.
The Thunderbolts.
Also
That's,
Civil War.
Damn.
that's exactly right. So
Okay.
General Ross, they're saying he's the power
Ooh.
broker. He's the one who's pissed because he's so caught up in being this kind of super soldier type deal too that I don't know. That's a rumor or a thing. It's a theory.
Yeah, and
That'd be cool.
Zemo
It's not
was
gonna happen.
the head of
Is that the power
Thunderbolt.
broker?
I could actually definitely see that.
Is that and that's how it leads up to She-Hulk and it leads to other
Yep.
stuff because She-Hulk, blah blah blah.
It actually makes too much sense now that I think about it.
I don't think that's what it is. I mean, we'll see next
It's a
week.
theory. I mean, again, this is a wild one, so I didn't talk about it. But
It's a cool theory.
it's a cool theory to have General Ross because General Ross has always had this thing about being, with the Hulk and like kind of getting that super strength and stuff like that. So, I mean, it could happen. It could happen. We don't know, but it's possible. But that's kind of the things. I don't know how the next 2 episodes are going to play out because Mikey said Cheeks is what he said is absolutely true. 2 episodes left. How the fuck do they close this much story out in 2 episodes?
The one thing I thought the ending was really good, but not much happened during the episode.
I wasn't a huge fan of that episode.
Yeah, not much happened. Like they're just running around trying to find the girl, whatever her name is.
Well, they found out her plan,
don't know
obviously,
the
and stuff
name?
like that. They
I
destroyed.
forgot her name. Yeah.
Well, actually, in comic book issue 32,
In comics, they never revealed it, so we don't know her name.
It was just them chasing each other around, pretty much. Not much happened until the end. I mean, the end was pretty good, but it felt like more of a slower episode.
he's for sure gonna be a bad guy. I
Definitely.
liked how they closed on it, like you guys
Yeah.
said, with the shield, like him killing a person
There was
in front of
blood all over it,
everybody.
yeah.
Means he's an idiot, and then now he's gonna be outcast. People aren't gonna like him, and then he's gonna turn mean. He's gonna be a mean guy.
They'll twist it. They'll twist
He's gonna
it.
be a real rebel rouser.
It's gonna be weird. I don't know how John Walker's
And
gonna
then
happen. There's gonna be a
The
big
other
fight between
super
those two.
soldier team is gonna take him out with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, take out John Walker,
Well, and
and
then
they're
who-
gonna get
And then they're gonna fight.
no. I bet you they're gonna be what is it? Released? Not released. Okay, I don't know.
Pardon?
Pardon. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that.
They're gonna be pardon, and then they're gonna be some kind of spin-off thing with them.
I don't know. I mean,
With the-
as of
the
right now, I
super
mean,
soldier team.
the word things I thought, we don't know where Zemo's at. He's kind of missing. He's MIA. He's gone. But I mean, that symbolism of having that blood-stained shield is like crazy, because that's exactly the opposite of what Steve Rogers stood for and shit like that. So crazy, good. I think this is definitely on par with WandaVision. I don't think it's any bit greater. I don't think it's anything
WandaVision
lesser.
was way better.
Well, the WandaVision got good like the last 2 episodes. I'm not
No,
gonna
that's
lie.
not true at all. It got good episode 3 to episode 10 or 9 or whatever it was. Devil Tube says he's bothered by Zemo's voice. I don't agree.
Why
I like
not?
Zemo.
He does talk weird. I mean, I don't know. He's what, Cobian or some shit. I don't know,
You
fucking-
see that they posted the hour of him dancing on YouTube?
Yeah, they literally Marvel was like, "You guys asked for it, you guys. Here you go." And then the comments was like, "This is what we wanted. This is
This
exactly
is
what we
an
wanted."
hour loop of him dancing in the
And it's
club.
hella funny. People are like all over Twitter, TikTok, whatever. It's just like Zemo dancing to different songs. It's hella funny.
I love it.
You can just watch it.
I love
It's
the
on
internet. We got anything else to say about this? I'm excited for next week. I'll probably have some more to say. I just really wasn't impressed with this
Series
episode.
finale. Come back to me on the series finale because that's when I'm going to go ahead and kind of really give and take and see how else things come out. Because when this comes out, you have Loki that comes out very, very soon. And then you have Black Widow that comes out in May, I believe. And, we could go back to the movie theaters,
Spider-Man.
Get the
Spider-Man's
vaccine.
this year, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is this year?
December.
You got a shit ton coming out, man.
The
Oh yeah, well, we
Marvels-
did have a whole year with no Marvel, but
Right.
that's the thing. That roadmap is kind of obscure at the moment because obviously everybody they're kind of pushing things back, and I don't know. We got to see how this happens and where that roadmap is for the new Avengers type movie that they're gonna do. Because there's no Avengers movie in Phase 4, but hopefully Phase 5 we get like a new Avengers West Coast East Coast type shit. I don't fucking know.
One thing I did like about this
That'd
episode
be cool.
is they really showed they kind of showed how good Falcon would be as a Captain America, where he's like always a good guy trying to diffuse the situation, not with violence.
True.
I think I honestly think at this point I think he is gonna be the next Captain America.
I agree. I disagreed in the beginning of
yeah,
this.
me too.
I think it makes more sense for Bucky, but I think the whole point of the super soldier serum is that basically it only worked on Steve, and the other super soldier that they went to that was forgotten and locked up.
Yeah.
It only worked on for those two because they were genuinely good people.
Yeah.
Right.
They had that goodwill.
They were good-willed and really nobody's like that in the real world. And so that basically everybody else who takes it gets consumed by the power of it. And then that's why it usually comes up fucked up. Even Bucky had that issue. So I think with Falcon and obviously his tempered manner, I think he would be the one that would be able to. I don't know. Are they
Yeah.
going to make him take it?
I don't know. It's full circle. I mean, they're
I
probably
don't-
gonna fight for it. I mean, they have a new trailer for the
He's-
next 2 episodes.
He's gonna claim the shield.
But he's gonna
Yeah,
claim
he's
it.
gonna have a fight with it, and he's gonna be like the impromptu next guy.
I don't know.
definitely
We
think.
still don't know why he kind of gave it away. I don't know if he felt the right to have. He had the right for it or something like
No,
that.
he
Yeah,
felt
he-
like nobody should have it, and it should be in a museum, and that's a symbol to the people. And then the United States government said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, and then he's gonna be like, "I'm the
Give it to
symbol.
this
I
white
am
guy."
the captain now." So who knows, man? I'm all up for the next 2 episodes. And Disney Plus, Mighty Ducks is getting pretty good too. So go fuck.
God,
yourself.
oh dude, I gotta catch up to you on that. I can't wait to talk to you about that.
You saw it?
I gotta start
It's
watching.
good.
it.
I mean, I'm getting it. The first episode is cool, but it's
It's
getting
Emilio
okay.
Estevez, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
He's in it. I mean, granted, don't get you wrong. He's not the main character as of right now. He's part of it, but he
don't
doesn't get
care.
that much screen time.
I don't care, as long as he's in it. You know what I mean? Oh
watch it.
God, I might do that tonight.
Yeah, and then hold
Oh,
on.
spoiler!
Spoiler alert could be gone, but I'm just mad at all you listeners, all you fucks out there.
All you fucks.
You guys didn't tell me how funny and good Superstore is. If you haven't watched Superstore, and if you ever wanted to know, if you worked in retail, you're gonna love the show. And if you wanted to get a glimpse of how saturated and how it is a little bit exaggerated of how retail works, Superstore is a show. Really good show. That's my 2 cents on that as well. That's about it for
I've
me.
heard good things about it. Well, we've come to the end of the show. This is the end. You know what I mean, Adrian?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you running the boards back there.
Hello.
Terrible job. I love you.
It's closing time.
So thank you for watching Invite Only, tuning in. Again, if you didn't catch us live and you're just switching over to the Twitch channel right now, it's okay. You can watch us over on youtube.com/playeverything. We post all the episodes there Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Again, and if you want to catch us live next week and come join and give us that subscription, come talk in the chat with everybody, throw those emotes. We go live 7:30, 8-ish every Monday on twitch.tv/PE_productions. Thank you for joining us. Compa Andreas, you got anything you want to plug?
Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And wait, what is my Twitter? Compa Andres. Go ahead and follow me there. It's gonna be go ahead and there's a bunch of nonsense, bunch of go ahead Warrior talk, Raider talk, whatever it may be. Shout out Steph Curry, all-time leading scorer for the Warriors. That just happened today. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is.
April 12th.
April 12th happened today. Steph Curry, GOAT. And that's it. That's all for me.
Nobody cares about sports. Adrian, you got anything you want to plug?
Said the guy wearing a Bengal shirt. Go fuck yourself.
Nah, nothing to do.
Photography.
Don't
Great.
forget to
Wonderful.
follow the channel.
Go our second producer Tambo Vlogs, not on mic, but you can go follow him at on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tambo Vlogs, and go watch him stream over there. He also has a YouTube channel. Don't know if he has a name for that, but go follow him on Twitter at Tambo Vlogs, and you can check out the link there. Go check out his YouTube. Appreciate you as always. I'm Cheeks_Jr. You can follow me at Cheeks_Jr. on Twitter. I usually do a tech show on youtube.com/playeverything on hiatus right now. Tweet it, Kevin Quill. Let him know. Let's bring it back. But we'll be brought back eventually. Thank you for watching the show. Podcast services, go subscribe. Until next time, replay everything.